Hello, welcome. My name is Timothy Cooke, and today I will be showing you guys how to graph trigonometry functions with transformations. Now, many people get confused on this concept. They don't know where to start, and now I'm going to show you where to start so you can finish your graph. Now, let's start by, let's just talk about what we need to do first. Well, we want to find our period, okay? Don't be scared, we will go over this. We will be finding our period. We will be finding our 4 points. Now, please notice that there are 4 sections. 1 from the first dot to the second, that's 1. From the second dot to the third, that's 2. From the third dot to the fourth, that's 3. And from the third dot to the to the fifth, I'm sorry. Fourth dot to the fifth. And now we have 4 separate parts. Just remember that. Don't be scared. So let's just say there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. Okay? Now we will go over this. This is our formula. Y equals 2 sine, parentheses, opening, 1 over 4 x plus 5 pi over 6, closing parentheses, minus 2. Now, you guys probably noticed by now that I color-coded everything in this formula. Now, if that makes it easier for you to solve this equation, please do so, because it is about you, correct? So let's move forward. We have color-coded this, and as you see, I've also color-coded each of these. Let's just call them, values, because we don't know what they are yet. But that's why we're here. We are here to solve, correct? Now, let's get started. I have A right here. Now, what does A mean? What does A mean? Now, A stands for the amplitude. What's the amplitude? I don't understand it. No, don't worry. I'll show you what the amplitude is. Where this line is, the amplitude is the amount up and down that our wave is going to go. Okay? And our wave is going to go according to that amplitude. Okay? Now, you're probably like, okay, still, how do I find the amplitude? Now, let's get to that part. Well, the amplitude is found in the beginning, before either the 3, sine, cosine, or tangent. And also their polar opposites, but we're just focusing on tangent, cosine, and sine right now. Don't worry about any of that. Another lesson, right? Okay, so our amplitude is before sine. Can you guess what number that would be? If you said 2, you are correct. 2 is before sine. So our amplitude will be 2. Okay? Now, if you want, the second you find your amplitude, it will be pretty nice to put it on your graph, correct? So we're just gonna, I don't have marked 1 and 1/2 and all that, don't worry. I'm just gonna put 2 on the top. And since the amplitude is splitting the difference, and now we're going down, we're going to put -2. Our wave's going to go positive and negative, or it's going to go negative and positive. We don't know. But it will do one thing. It will solve this equation for us, right? Okay, so now, the next thing we're going to be looking at is called the period. the period. Now, the period is also the speed of the graph. What's the speed of the graph? Oh no. Well, there's a formula to find this. Oh, what's the formula? Please tell me. You know what? I will tell you, okay? The formula is very, very easy. It's 2 pi over b. That's it. It's no extravagant formula. It's not going to be so hard. Okay? Now, 2 pi is pretty much sine. 2 pi is also cosine. You know, it's just cosine and sine, you know. Sine is odd and cosine's easy, even, but, you know, that's another lesson, okay? Tune in. So, we have 2 pi divided by b. Oh no! What's our b value? Oh, you don't know that either. Don't worry. We will solve that. And if you do, great job, okay? Our b value is always before our x. We only have one x in this formula, okay? Can you see where it is? Oh, and if it's before, you are correct. It's 1 over 4, okay? So, let's rewrite this out, okay? So now we have 2 pi over 1 over 4. Okay. You know what? Just for you guys, I'll draw this line right here. So you guys don't get confused. Oh no! What's that? No, don't get scared, okay? Now, the next step. We have 2 pi over 1 over 4. No, don't get scared. Now, any number. Say we have a 8, okay? It could be 8 over 1. Say we have a 9. It could be 9 over 1. Say that we had a 10. What would it be? Correct, 10 over 1. So, if we have 2 pi, what would it be? You got it! It's 2 pi over 1, okay? So, let's just write that out. I'm going to draw another line so we don't get confused on what we're doing, okay? That's not absolute value, it's just lines, okay? So, we have 2 pi over 1. And whenever you divide a number, what do you do? Whenever you divide fractions, what do you do? You know, now people get confused on this, okay? And I'm not gonna lie, I was very confused on this, but it's easier than you think. What you would want to do is take our bottom number, our b value, and our b value is 1 over 4, correct? Because it's before the x. So we take our 1 over 4 and we're multiplying it with our 2 pi over 1. But whenever you are dividing rational numbers, a fraction, that's what rational number is, a fraction, you want to flip the reciprocal. Oh, what does that mean? All you're doing is taking the denominator and the numerator. That's the bottom number and the top number. And you're flipping it. Okay? So you can multiply instead. So we take our 4, and we know we're multiplying. We put our 4 on top. Okay. And now it's over. What's our normal? It's 1 over 4. So that means that when we flip the reciprocal, it will be 4 over 1, correct. And that's equal to, you got it. It's 8 pi, okay? 8 pi over 1, if you want to say. But let's go back, okay? Just like our 2 pi over 1, it's still 2 pi. And yes, when you multiply across, you're going to have 1 under the 8 pi. But does it change the number? Does it change 8 pi? 8 pi over 1? That's like 8 over 1. Does it change the number? No. So, we could simply just write 8 pi. Just like that.